Hey, a lot of people of you know that I grow my plants in semi-hydroponic, and I was walking around the house and I saw that a couple of my water reservoirs are empty, which I'm gonna fill. Right now this is actually one of my favorite plants to grow because it is a ficus, and this used to be a very hard to get ficus, and that was also the point when I got one. But this one is growing in semi-hydroponics because I noticed that especially ficus, well, more plants, but I really noticed a huge difference in growing ficus. I actually see webbing here, which can be a good thing, but we're gonna inspect that later. So you can do a couple of things. You can just put water in the reservoir without putting the plant in first, but you can also just put the plant in first and then water regularly. But then you have to take it out again to see the water level. So what I'm gonna do, because I know that the substrate is still moist, is I'm just gonna fill the reservoir. And then it's good to go. I have such an amazing job. I work for the government and I help people with disabilities to help them to work in normal work environments. So my job is to go to all these companies. I have conversations with the employer and the employees, and we just make sure that the employer take care of the employee on the right way, because they get government finances for the fact that they have this person in their company. I hope I make sense, but it's an awesome and amazing job to do, and it's so fulfilling because I actually have the feeling that I do something for the world. We all know these supermarket herbs, and the annoying fact is that most of the time when you get these, they die very quickly. But that is because they are so root bound. There is literally no way a plant will survive in a pot that is so root bound. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna give this an upgrade so that this plant will hopefully continue to grow and give us, I don't know, mental tea? Let's go. Oh, it's getting so dirty when you're repotting something. I'm gonna close the record button with my notes. Always making such a mess. So I was cleaning the table and check what I found. There is a snail on the table. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna put it outside. It's raining and I don't wear any socks. But let's go. Oh! Oh no, it touched me. Oh my gosh. There it is. It's fine. A lot of people think, since I'm into houseplants, that I'm also into insects, spiders, bugs. But that's not true. No. But another important tip to tell you is that sometimes people, when they are buying a plant, they don't really check where it's supposed to stay when it comes to light. So if you, for example, are growing herbs, which we just repotted, then it's also important to not put it like under a shady cabinet, but place it in a place where it receives the right amount of light. So mint plants, they actually like sunlight and they can handle direct sunlight. So I think I'm gonna place it here, since this is also a place where there is some direct sunlight, but like during the day also a lot of indirect sunlight. So I think it's gonna be quite suitable. This is the place where the mint plant is gonna stay. I literally just got back from the gym, and while I was driving home, I noticed that there was something wrong with my car because the gear isn't working anymore. Just me and my luck. But on a more positive note, because we're trying to stay positive, here you can see my pretty sunflowers. They have been into this little substrate for, let's say, approximately 1 month, and they've already grown quite big, as you can see. I am so excited for them to go outside and to have these big sunflowers, which I already had last year. I will post up a picture right there. I was so amazed by how big they got that this year. I hope that they're gonna grow even bigger. So let's go outside and pot them up. I'm sorry for the noise and also for the mess in the garden because we're still cleaning it because spring is just arrived. But this is the place where our seating area will be. And yes, last year I've just potted up all the sunflowers along this line. So there were like sunflowers growing everywhere here, which was very nice. Last year I also potted up some sunflowers here, but we're gonna remove this whole part, so this is not gonna be suitable for the sunflowers this year. But this is gonna be sunflower paradise. From this side to that side, I wanna have it fully covered in sunflowers. Oh my god, I found a frog. Scared the shit out of me. This is honestly the video with so much animals in there. The first one is in the ground. I'm gonna pot up the rest and then I'm going inside because it looks like it's about to rain. So, do you want to give me a kiss? So I've sowed approximately 12 sunflowers in the back of the garden, and last year for every sunflower seed I sowed, I got multiple flowers and multiple stems. So eventually, I hope that it's gonna be just as pretty as last year, but that's something that we're gonna discover in the future. Right now, I'm gonna walk these two pretty babies, and then tonight I'm gonna play some tennis and just relax because it was quite an intensive day. Don't you think so, Mr. Harvey? Don't you think so, Mr. Harvey? Okay, so thank you guys for watching and see you next time. Doggy, say bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.